Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 26-yard line.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. Let's go, D. Check 99. Check 99. Any weapon. Order. Mike 52. I'm coming.
On first down, Holloway. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On second down, Love. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Holloway. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It is one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the safety creep. Where's Dick?
Johnson on the counter. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. He gets this one to Johnson. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Focus set. Look at the egg. Let's go, let's go. Go, go, go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
3 seconds. 3 T. 6 right there, 56. Walk twist, walk twist, walk twist. Twist, twist.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On second down, Johnson. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
He don't want it. You gonna take. You got 31. You got to take right there.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Johnson, it's poked free. Football's out. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got one.
Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
6 guys. Check 6. Shift.
Looking to throw. Holloway. And this one into the hands of DJ Sharp. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 out, Lord. I got you. I got you. Short. Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Holloway. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
It's now third down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. Operating from the gun, Holloway. The open man is Shark. It's complete. We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
Let's go now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check three. Go. 55, mark, guys, 55. Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
On first down, here's Love. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Tackles. 25, check 25. Okay. Switch.
Here's Love. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Holloway. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
That's good for Jacksonville. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. First and 10 at the 45. This is Love. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 45-yard line.
To throw on second down. Holloway, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Holloway. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
56, the mark, boy, 56. Check, 56. I got one. Mike 56.
Now it's Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check 50, check 50. 54.
Now Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. It doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Watch the screen.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. This one brought in by the 6'5" tight end Waring. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Watson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Choose the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Watch the backer. Watch the backer. Check safety. Check safety. Check your hot read. Look small. Let's go. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Holloway. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 25 on second down, Watson, rush coming, and he's taken down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Check back 21, line 21, check back 21. Let's go, Steve. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Hey, check back 21, line 21.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And he finds Stills, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Set. 19. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Check.
Out of the gun, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
He's checking. Let's go. Come on.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Again, it's Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Back to throw, Watson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on third down. Watson and the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To throw is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Strip that ball. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Off the street.
Here's Watson throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially take the lead.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check, cross, cross, cross. Shit.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Holloway. Shark's got it, left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And you hate to say it. For the rookie quarterback, he's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Holloway. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Looking to throw on second down. Holloway, he's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9.
My 55, my 55. Hey, eat.
Operating from the gun, Holloway. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On 1st and 10, Holloway. He's going to air one out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a gain of 35.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now a give running right is Love. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Here's Love again, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Looking to throw. Holloway. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. This hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after the other, quite the opposite. But at 3-3 now here in the fourth, it's been an entertaining game considering just 2 field goals.
Yeah, is it really a football game now, or are we watching baseball? This feels like a pitcher's duel, doesn't it? Nice and tense, on the edge of your seat. Have you been scoring this one? A lot of strikeouts and ground balls in this one.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Got to do better. Come on, QB, come on. Mike 20.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He gets it to Thomas. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Kill. Turn up. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. He goes to you, it's you. He comes to me, it's me. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
You got nothing. Check 31. Hey, check 24. Motion. There we go, Mike 20. Blue down.
Watson. Going for the deep ball. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Second and 5 at the 38-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Watson now to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 22-yard line.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the 4th down in New Orleans. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. The gap's getting wider there. The Saints have scored again. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
They go to Johnson again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
49, check 49, check 49. 49. Switch gears, switch gears.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
There go Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. They're going to need some therapy after this. Mike 20.
First throw in OT for Watson. And Thomas has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
First down, Houston.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
31. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Drop deep, drop deep. Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Watson. And he fires one incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 30. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
First down.
What's that? 19. 53 is the mark. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win home.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll try the air now with Watson. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 31. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Watch that. He's coming.
Watson from the gun. He'll throw. And Stills bringing it in. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Let's get there.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense. and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. You got tight. Three down. Switch. Slam. Pick that. Come.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Holloway trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Looking to throw. Holloway. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here's Logan Cook now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie.